Hello, Philip speaking to you from Chiang Mai in northern Thailand, October 2022. Today is A and B of my new Self series. The idea of the Self is to learn who we are, and in finding out who we are we can become who we're supposed to be, and then we learn how life works. And then, like any skill, the more skilled and the more knowledgeable we become, the more fun and the more rewarding it is. And a spiritual revolution is all about making our life fun, healthy, happy, harmonious. A spiritual revolution is the revolution of you, by you, for you, and the driving force for carrying out a spiritual revolution is a process that we could call self-inquiry. Now, self-inquiry is the letter I, so we're nowhere near that yet, but self-inquiry is the process. Now, in our toolkit of useful tools for living life optimally, A happens to be the number one tool. First letter of the alphabet, the primary tool. And when you learn to practice this, all the other aspects that you need to do fall into place. A is awareness. Now, there's awareness of our life around us. So you may be aware right now of a big tree behind me. You're aware perhaps that I'm wearing a sort of an orange pinky kind of shirt and I've got some little microphone there. Awareness is just a general knowing of what's around us, but knowing that we're knowing. Now, this can sound complicated sometimes, the language, and that's why I'm not going to sit here telling you what awareness is. It is for you to find out for yourself. That's what self-awareness is. But theoretically speaking, awareness is seeing and observing. It's what's around you in the world outside, but self-awareness is looking inside. Now, obviously, our eyes can't just directly go inside, and we can't go and so on. So this is the interesting bit, is that when you're practicing self-awareness, you're kind of using your mind's eye. You can call it the third eye, whatever you want to call it, but it's an internal seeing. The purpose of self-awareness is to find out what's going on inside you. Now, inside you, what's you? Important question. Simple answer, you is a combination of your body, your mind, your soul, and your spirit. And it's all inside a skin-covered being of consciousness. Doesn't really matter, we'll call it you, it's easier, isn't it? Self-awareness is watching what's happening inside you. So if you feel that you've got a pain in your stomach or head, or you've got a headache, then that is a form of self-awareness. But what we're particularly interested in is the voice inside your head, the inner critic, the self-sabotaging voice, the voice that says you can't do this, or I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm not good enough, and all those kinds of thoughts that come to they do come to all human beings, because I've spoken to very successful people, and they are tormented or at least affected by this inner voice. So the self-awareness comes, let's just say that awareness is a state of mind. So it's like a mind that is open. Now, if you're distracted, or your attention is taken up by gaming or whatever it might be, then you haven't got awareness of around you. You're just completely focused on that one thing. So awareness is a state of mind which is open to what it sees. And then there's the action of the mind, which is the observation. Now, if you're literally seeing or hearing, then we're using the external senses. But observing is the overall word that I use that encompasses everything of input that comes into us. And noticing. So observing, I could be sitting here choosing to observe the bird over there. But suddenly I notice a movement and there's a snake going along here. But now that I've noticed it, I'm observing it to check that it's not coming my way or I'm freaking out or whatever. So awareness is the state of mind, observing is the action of the mind. So you get yourself into a state of awareness, you observe what's happening, and then the third part is the reflection. So O-A-R, observe in awareness and then reflect. And that's oar, which is what you need to row the boat. And if you get in the boat and go down the river of life and you've got a good oar, then you can navigate yourself properly. So whatever you've observed in your state of awareness at that time, or in the evening, or whenever you've got free time, you can then reflect upon what you observed, and then it will make sense. And so if you observed a pain or a discomfort, or you had an argument with your best friend or your wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or mum or dad or son or daughter, and you had a big argument, later on you need to reflect upon it. And when you reflect upon it, maybe you will see the causes for it. And we like to blame other people, but maybe we had something to do with it. And this is what taking time out to reflect will help us learn. So I'm going to finish with self-awareness with one task for you. You can do it now wherever you are, but just turn off all phones, get rid of all distractions for 15 minutes. Or you can go out to a spot in nature, somewhere that you like, so long as you can sit comfortably. And 15 minutes is enough. And the idea is that you sit down peacefully and you choose to not think. You just choose to sit down. You're not going to do anything. You're just going to be, and you're going to sit down or you lie down and you're not going to think. And then you watch, you observe, look what happens. Just do it and see what happens. Because I can't tell you what self-awareness is in reality, but this task will reveal to you a self-awareness of what's happening inside you. Okay, a quick word on self-belief, because I want to do 2 letters each video. Self-belief, we need self-belief to do anything in the world, and there's not a lot of self-belief, there's not a lot of self-confidence, that will be C. Lack of self-esteem, because the self-belief is so low, and it's low even in successful people. It's unbelievable. It's in all the humans, it seems to be in our human world. Where it comes from is not so important as how we're gonna have good self-belief and get rid of this critic, this inner voice that says we're no good and we can't do anything. And self-belief, the best way to cultivate your self-belief is to do things, to learn something, to do a new activity, to try something out and forget the fear of failure, just do it. And then it doesn't matter how it goes, you did it and you'll feel good about doing it, and that will be the success, that you took yourself out of your comfort zone. And then when you repeat that every day, every morning, do it regularly, because then you know you're going to do it. And after a certain amount of episodes of doing things and getting successes and feeling good about doing it, you start to gain in self-belief. And when you've got self-belief, life is different, because you're now going to do lots of things that previously you wouldn't do, because I'm not good enough and they're going to laugh at me, and that's what other people can do, I'm useless, blah blah blah. So there you go, that's self-awareness and self-belief. That kicks off our series of loving yourself, building yourself up, respecting yourself. And the more good work we do on ourselves, the more we love ourselves, respect ourselves, take care of ourselves, look after ourselves, well, we're in a really healthy, happy position to help other people. And then when we help other people, we're not going to get burned out, we're not going to feel unjust because nobody helps us. We're doing it from a grounded, centered place. We're doing it from a position of strength. And when we help other people, we enjoy helping them, and it doesn't even really matter whether they enjoyed being helped. We enjoy helping. And you observe this, you observe the feelings, you're self-aware of everything. And in this way, we're not just thinking positively, we are being positive, and we're creating the foundations for good things to happen without trying. Thank you for listening. Just a quick word on that tree behind us. It's only about 12 or 13 years old. When we bought this land, this is our tea tree house. When we bought the land, it wasn't there. And that was about 13 years ago. Some bird dropped a seed there. Perfect. It's a rain tree. Okay, so that's that's this video finished. I'll be back next time with self C and D. So I think I've given away the C. See if you can guess what the C and D will be. And meanwhile, carry out that task. You can do it right now, or just go and find some nature and do it there. And you can put in the comments below, in fact, what you think self-awareness is. And we can have a discussion in the comments box. Okay, have a wonderful day, evening, weekend, morning, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy yourself. We only get one life. No dress rehearsals, no dummy runs, no second goes. This is it. Bye bye.